What's up, guys? Today we're going to take a side-by-side comparison of the Rylo 360 old firmware and the new firmware. I'm really excited about this update because they have updated the color science, and that's been the biggest downfall of this camera. So if they fix the color science, this is an awesome camera. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so I've had the Rylo 360 camera for about 6 months now. They've had a lot of updates to the firmware, but one of the biggest complaints that people have had on the internet is the colors just don't look natural. So the very description of this update is that the colors look more natural and more vibrant. So what we're going to do is we're going to record in 3 different locations. And then we're going to come back here and update the firmware, and then we're going to record in those same 3 locations after that. Alright guys, so this is the first shot. So we got Rylo Firmware 1.1.1 on the left and Firmware 1.1.557 on the right. Guys, I think they've done it. The colors look amazing in this shot. They're vibrant, the greens are greens, the blues are blues. I have to apologize for this shot. So the 1.1.1 firmware was recorded in 180 instead of 360. So I don't have the right clip for that. But if you look at my Jeep, you know, the browns are more natural. You know, my Jeep in the old firmware almost looks white. And it's a brown Jeep, so the fact that it looks white tells me that the white balance was all off on the original shot. Now something else is that a big cloud kind of overcast this shot, so there's a drastic difference. But guys, the colors are so much more vibrant in the new firmware. So I'm pretty excited because this camera has the best stabilization out there. And it's my favorite form factor out of all the cameras that I have. So, you know, I'm not talking about necessarily sharpness here, but the fact that these colors are right, I've got high hopes again for this camera. It looks pretty cool. So now we're going to switch over to kind of a wooded shot. This is in the shade. And again, I got the stitching wrong. I didn't put my camera in the right spot. You know, I just want you guys to look at the clouds are white in the new firmware, guys. The sky is blue. It's more of a vibrant blue. The greens are greens. The trees in the old firmware are almost gray. So I'm super excited about the improvements they made on image quality. And this goes to show, guys, you know, the hardware is important, but the software is just as important, guys. The fact that they've had this camera out since Christmas, and now you can just walk into Best Buy and buy it. They've really upped their game in the image quality here, guys. And that's awesome. I mean, this camera just keeps getting better and better and better. So these are the types of investments that I want to make when companies spend time making their product better instead of just selling a whole bunch of copies and then, you know, just releasing something else and selling a bunch. I'd like to buy a camera and I'd like it to last for a little while and, you know, continue to improve on it. So this shot's amazing, guys. So this shot, I have the camera pointing straight at the sun, and guys, there's not a lens flare. And I want you guys to look down at the stitching. The stitching's pretty good too here, guys. I mean, this is a tiny spot. This is a sidewalk between 2 fences that I put my tripod. Now, I didn't spend any time, you know, taking the shadows out or anything like that, but guys, there's not much post work here as far as the stitch line goes. And again, the blues are vibrant. I like the yellow on the road. The sidewalk has nice browns. So there's a good white balance here. There's browns and there's greens, guys. So super cool. All right, guys. So I got in the Jeep and I took a look at the footage, and I think they did it, guys. Now I was looking on my phone, and I'll really take a good look when I get back to the studio. But guys, if they fix the color in this camera, it might go back to my favorite tiny 360 camera. I love everything about this camera except for the color, and I think the sharpness, and you know, some of the image quality has been bad, but everything else, form factor, size, weight, I love this camera. So yeah, here's the last test. We're in the middle of the playground. So hope you guys have a wonderful day. Please like, subscribe to my channel, and please have a wonderful day. Peace out, guys.